Do you like to put things in order? Because I've got an episode for you where I give you 10 different events from history and you put them in the correct order. This is called Timeline of Events, and this is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thank you so much for checking out my show, and thanks so much for telling a friend about this very podcast. This show grows bigger and better every day thanks to listeners like you, and if you have a buck to spare, you can support the show monetarily over at patreon.com/trivia with buds, where you can donate one up to $50, and you can get all kinds of different rewards sent to your house every month. I'm just getting ready to send out everything mid-August for the end of July, and we will have some very cool stuff going out to supporters of the show. Stuff like stickers, stuff like buttons, stuff like our ebook club, and stuff like all of my digital PowerPoint slides that I use for live and virtual events. I send those to you every single month at the highest tier. So if you're a fellow trivia host and you need some content, that would be the one for you. If you got a buck to spare, jump into that tier, and I'll send you a digital newsletter amongst other cool stuff every single month. Thank you for the support. That's patreon.com/trivia with buds. Guys, if you have cable and you're watching television, you might see me on a commercial for Dave, which is a money management app. It's called Dave. I think it's a little bear on a green background. That's the icon. And Annabelle and I, my daughter, are on a commercial that's airing nationally right now where it's us talking about things we can do with all of this extra money we're saving by using Dave. So check that out. There's one that's airing that's just me, and then there's one that's me and Annabelle, and then there's another one that's me and Annabelle. So there's a couple different alternates. But a lot of messages almost every single day. Someone goes, "Hey, is this you in this commercial? Is this your daughter?" So check that out. It's all around television, the Dave app. If you've seen somebody that looks like me, that is in fact me and Annabelle Buds. All right, today's episode is called Timeline of Events. We have not done this maybe ever, or if we had before, it was a long time ago on the podcast before. I'm going to give you 10 events, and you just have to put them in the correct order that they happened, okay? Put them in the order that they happened. So this will be one that you kind of have to write out. If you're driving, I mean, you could do it for fun, but it would be a lot easier if you could write down these things in the order that they happen. That'll be the whole episode, and we're going to jump into those 10 pieces of history right now. Here we go. All right, timeline of events. Let's see if you can put these in the correct order. Here's number one. The Rubik's Cube was invented. Number one, the Rubik's Cube was invented. Number one. Number two, The Mask starring Jim Carrey is released. Number two, The Mask starring Jim Carrey is released. Number two. Number three, I'm a Believer by the Monkees hits radio waves. Number three, I'm a Believer by the Monkees hits radios. Number three. And number four, Al Gore runs for president alongside Joe Lieberman as his vice president. Number four, Al Gore runs for president alongside Joe Lieberman as his VP. Number four. Number five, the frozen food process is invented by Clarence Birdseye. Number five, the frozen food process is invented by Clarence Birdseye. Number five. And number six, Bozo the Clown debuts on television. Bozo the Clown debuts on TV. Number seven, Ariana Grande tweets, "Hell nah, though." Number seven, Ariana Grande tweets, "Hell nah, though." Number eight, Kenny Loggins releases "I'm All Right" for Caddyshack. Number eight, Kenny Loggins releases "I'm All Right" for Caddyshack. And number nine, Beats by Dre headphones come out. Number nine, Beats by Dre headphones come out. And number 10, The Great Train Robbery is directed by Edwin S. Porter. The Great Train Robbery is directed by Edwin S. Porter. And those are all of your events, guys. Thanks for playing along. If you were playing live with me, the bonus question was if you get them all in the correct order, you get 10 points for all 10 that you got, and then you get 2 bonus points for getting all of them. So you can play that way, or you can just do the first 10, whatever you want to do. This show is customizable for you. We'll be right back in just a second with the timeline of events in the correct order. We are back with the answers to the timeline of events episode from today, and we have that correct order for you. I'm going to read them in the correct order. So here we go. Number 1, The Great Train Robbery is directed by Edwin S. Porter. That was one of the world's first movies of all time. Number 1, The Great Train Robbery, number 1. Next, we had number 2, The Frozen Food Process is invented by Charles Birdseye. Number 2, The Frozen Food Process is invented by Charles Birdseye. I want to say that was the 30s, number 2. Number 3, Bozo the Clown debuts on TV. Bozo the Clown debuts on TV. I think that was 1949. Number 3, Bozo, late 40s, early 50s. Number 4, I'm a Believer by the Monkees hits radios. That was the late 60s. Number 4, I'm a Believer by the Monkees. Number 5, the Rubik's Cube was invented. It was popularized in the 80s, but it was actually invented in 1974. Then we had number 6, Kenny Loggins releases I'm All Right for Caddyshack. That was 1980. Number 7, The Mask starring Jim Carrey is released. I want to say that was like 95, 94, something like that. And number 8, Al Gore runs for president alongside Joe Lieberman as VP. That was 2000. Number 9, Beats by Dre headphones come out. That was in the 2000s, number 9. And number 10, Ariana Grande tweets, hell nah, though. I think that was 2017 or 18. So that was the correct order. Number 1, Great Train Robbery. 2, Frozen Food Process. Number 3, Bozo the Clown. Number 4, I'm a Believer. Number 5, Rubik's Cube. 6, Kenny Loggins, Caddyshack. Number 7, The Mask, Jim Carrey. 8, Al Gore running for president. 9, Beats by Dre. And 10, Ariana Grande tweeting some hell nah, though action. And that is the correct order. Thanks for playing along with today's episode. We have the fact of the day coming at you now, and that fact is roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin. Isn't that interesting? The first roller coaster, they're like, we need these kids to stop sinning. Let's put them on a ride that really thrills them, so much so that they will stop sinning. Roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin. There you have it. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Thanks for telling a friend about the podcast, and we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.